I screenshotted the number because I had a feeling that she was going to deny it. And I waited the whole morning to see what she was going to say. And guess what? The conversation was never brought up.
When people hit rock bottom, many times they will do anything to make themselves feel better. Such is the case with my next guest, Ashley, and her husband, Ramsey. You see, when Ramsey lost his job, he got very depressed. And during that time, he admits he had an affair. So feeling hurt and rejected, Ashley then went out and had an affair herself. Now, today, Ashley has a 2-year-old son named Zion, and Ramsey is convinced another man is Zion's father. Watch this.
When I lost my job in 2017, it was one of the hardest times in my life. Instead of being supportive, my wife Ashley badgered and belittled me and really shot me down. And as a man, that really hurts. I know it was wrong, but she drove me to do things I shouldn't have done. And yes, I cheated on her, but 2 wrongs do not make it right. And she's the one that brought a baby into this mess. Since Ashley had baby Zion, I can't eat, I can't sleep. I just can't go on thinking that he's not mine. If I find out I'm raising another man's baby, the trust is gone and this marriage is over.
So Ashley and Ramsey are joining us from St. Paul, Minnesota. So we're going to talk to Ashley first. How do you feel about what you just heard, Ashley?
I don't even understand what makes him think I would let him raise somebody else's child. That's just beyond me. That's beyond my character already as it is.
So let's go back to 2015, about 5 years ago. That actually is the date, the time that's led you to the show.
Exactly. Yep, that was around the time where the infidelity started happening between the both of us. He pretty much would not come home. He lost his job, and I was just badgering him consistently, you know, not making him feel like a man. So I can understand, but then that doesn't give you the right to go and cheat.
What happened was you pounded on him. He felt, you know, depressed.
Exactly.
His self-worth went down. So he stepped out and had an affair. How'd you find out?
Oh, Lord Jesus. It was a phone. It was missed calls, 143 missed calls from this same person, 47 text messages, 63 voicemails. I didn't even know people still leave voicemails. So I listened to the voicemails and I read all the messages, and then the voicemail, she was like, "Oh, I love you. Why are you treating me like this?" And he walked in on me with the phone in my hand and I lost it.
So what happened was you confronted him and he confessed to you.
I didn't even have to confront him. As soon as he saw the phone, he automatically knew. He got on his knees and tears started welling up in his eyes, and I threw the phone down and I walked out the door.
That affair caused you to step out, right?
Yeah, basically. It was more like, it was like a tit for tat situation for the whole 2 years. Anytime he went outside, I went outside. Anytime he went to the bar, I was at the bar. Saw him at the club, I was at the club. If he got a hotel room, I got a hotel room. And then hearing things from other people too, because we weren't friends on social media for a while.
Pretty much he say, she say, tit for tat.
It wasn't he say, she say, because I saw it for myself. People would send me screenshots and screen recordings of your Snapchat of you being with whomever.
Okay, I can understand that, but at the same time, I fell low.
Okay.
But you never actually came and said anything. Right.
How long were you with this other guy?
Just a few months. It was probably about 3 or 4 months we were messing around.
And then did you find out you were pregnant with Zion?
I did. Initially, I thought I actually was pregnant by him in October. So when I actually conceived in December, that's how the doubts came about. And the doctor said that I conceived the conception date was December 17th. I went back and I made sure on my period tracker that everything was set in stone. And then also the ultrasounds that continued throughout the pregnancy further prove my point.
Here's something that Ramsey hung on to, which gave him a lot of doubt. You sent a friend a message, and Ramsey found out about this message, which led him to believe that he was not Zion's father. You said to this friend, he's going to be upset, and your friend asked why, and you responded, because I'm pregnant by him. Him meaning the other guy.
It's understandable why he would end up having doubts at that time, but that was in a whole totally different month, dude. So, and I know my time frames. So if I'm telling you, if you saw that message in October and I conceived in December, that don't even go together.
Now, how can you be mad at Ashley for stepping out on you when you stepped out on her first?
Yeah, I understand that, Maury, but I also believe in two wrongs don't make it right. And when I was stepping out, it was more of a searching for something. You know, I was lost. I really couldn't find myself. I was
What were
looking
you
for answers.
searching for if
And at the
everything was
same
already
time,
there, though?
I didn't
What were you
plan
searching
on
for?
adding an addition into my family, Maury. You understand what I'm saying?
So, in other words, it's one thing to have an affair. It's another thing that
And
a
then
child
it's another
comes
ball game
that
But
a
to
child.
add
still,
a child into
but
our
you don't know
family.
what you did, though.
It's no
You
such
don't
thing.
know,
I
though,
can't
because they're not
hold
going
a
to
baby.
tell you. You can still impregnate somebody. Am I right or am I wrong? You can still impregnate somebody, right?
You can be right, but we both know that that's not true. So
No, we don't.
Ramsey.
All them
We're
girls
not
you was
gonna
messing
take
with,
that
we
route.
don't know.
Ramsey, you're not excusing what you did, right? You're not excusing that.
I'm not excusing what I did. No, sir,
That's
I'm
not
not.
what it sounds like. It definitely sounds like you're making excuses.
All right, now
At least I own up to mine.
let's talk
No,
about
it wouldn't be an excuse.
what really got you upset, Ramsey. Apparently, is when you found that text message, right?
Yes, when I found the old text message, we came together. We kind of made it past this whole situation. Then what we say prior a week ago to this conversation now, I let her go out hang with some friends. We were on good terms, if you ask me.
Good terms in your stance.
A three-week-year-old, a fresh baby here, so I decided to let her go out and have a couple drinks with her friends. And she comes home at 3 o'clock in the morning.
No, you didn't. You did not decide to do anything.
I decided to go through her phone.
I was frustrated.
I was frustrated
and irritated because nobody was helping me around the house.
Familiar number.
Hold on,
Maury, if I
Nobody
can
was
speak.
doing anything.
What I seen, Maury, was a familiar number.
Right.
And what I did, I screenshotted the number because I had a feeling that she was going to deny it. And I waited the whole morning to see what she was going to say. And guess what? The conversation was never brought up.
Why are you doubting the due date as to whether Zion is yours?
Because, Maury, I was there for all of my kids. We have a family of 5 together. I was there on every birth. With this birth, I wasn't there. She decided to skip states.
She left.
But why?
So
She left.
why?
she left.
Why'd you leave, Ashley?
Because he didn't come home for basically that whole week. But that night he didn't come home. He didn't
Not
answer
true,
the phone.
Maury. Not true. Like I said, we
That
have
is
a
very
family of
much
5,
true,
Maury. I
because
was there for all of my kids' birth. And this particular kid, she decided to skip town and go to Chicago to have this baby.
It wasn't to have the
And I
baby. It
feel that
was to
she
go to
went
my
to
peaceful
Chicago
place.
to hide the baby from me and to hide the baby from my family members,
Wow.
seeing the baby, to tell me, to let me know, as far as the lookalikes and all this good things, Maury. You understand?
Right. Do you think you look alike?
I have a little doubts here and there. Like, if I had pictures of my other kids and showed you, you'll be the expert at this right here. You know, looks can mean nothing
And why do you say
when
that?
it's down to DNA.
Why do you say that Zion's different than the other kids?
All my
not
kids have
different.
my distinctive nose. I have like a very distinctive bell pepper shaped
So
nose,
what
and
does he-
all
he
5 of
has
my
a
kids
bell
have
pepper
it,
nose
ears
too.
and all.
My nose don't go like this.
I don't see it. I don't see it, Maury. I don't see it.
That's not my nose. I got to make it do that. That's not my nose.
Okay. I assume you want Zion to be yours.
Yes, I want him. I've been there this whole time. I actually wouldn't know what I'll do.
Is this going to save the marriage if you're proven to be the father?
I believe this will save the marriage, and it'll save a lot of doubts. It'll actually help us move on. It'll help me move on.
Right.
You
Okay.
know, I'll probably be able to.
You've been wanting to do this now for 2 years. Might as well find out what's going on, all right? In the case of 2-year-old Zion, Ramsey, you are the father.
I told you.
I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry.
I said I told you.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You are not the father.